Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to unbox the Nexus 5. I've been anticipating this phone for quite some time. In fact, I've actually looked forward to it more than the iPhone 5S because those were kind of the same. We're in the S revision, so I wanted to use something a little bit different and updated. So Google offers these in two models, white or black. This is the white model. You can tell that here by this strip, and if we flip it over, you can see that it's white. They come in 16 and 32 gigabyte models and $349 and $399. This is the 16 gigabyte model. This is the pure Google phone. I haven't opened it yet, so let's peel these back. And here we have the phone. Let's see what it looks like. This runs Android 4.4 KitKat, which I'm also excited to take a look at. There we go. And there's the phone itself. And initially, I've read that it was pretty light, but it actually feels a little more heavy than I thought it would. Let's see what comes in the box here. We have some paperwork. Now, this phone is completely unlocked, and that means I can throw any SIM card I want into it, except for Verizon. It has just about every band, but that one supposedly isn't going to work. Now, this is a SIM card removal tool it comes with. It shows the different things inside of it, and then we have safety and warranty in multiple languages, and we also have what appears to be a micro USB. It's the typical micro USB, and then we have LG's AC wall adapter, and that's just like we had on the Nexus 4. Now, this does include wireless charging as well, just like the Nexus 4. But this has some really nice specs. So this phone has a 4.95-inch screen, really a 5-inch display, but it's a 1920 by 1080 display with 445 pixels per inch. So it's supposedly a very nice looking display. The camera on the back is the one thing I've been a little bit worried about. That's really the main reason I haven't moved over to using Android regularly, is I really want a nice camera. This is an 8 megapixel camera, and it takes decent pictures from what I've seen, but I'll have to test that out for myself. This phone, unlike its predecessor, supports LTE. It has 4G, LTE, and dual band Wi-Fi, A, B, G, N, and AC. So that should be really nice as far as speed goes. Like I said before, it has Android 4.4 KitKat, wireless charging, NFC, no removable battery though, and that may be a problem for some people. Inside, it also has a Snapdragon 800 quad-core 2.26 gigahertz processor, so that's really impressive. 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a 1.33 megapixel forward-facing camera, and the battery is a 2300 milliamp hour. Now, Google claims this will last up to 17 hours as far as talk time goes, and up to 300 hours of standby, about 8.5 hours of use on Wi-Fi, and 7 hours on LTE. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to take place for real, or it's hard to say if that's something that's real or not. Now, thanks to some other videos I've seen, the difference between the white version and the black version, other than this black back, is this glossy outside rim, which they've actually covered with some tape here, which I'll take off, which I'm sure is to protect the phone. And the only other difference here is this front-facing speaker, and you can see it's white. It's just a nice little touch that they've put on there to kind of differentiate it and set off what's really a kind of a plain front. As we remove this, we'll take a closer look at the phone itself. Now, the phone around the edges is really nice. They've used ceramic buttons on this phone, and I'm not sure if that'll make a difference as far as right away. It's hard to say. But on top, you can see we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, a microphone, probably for noise canceling. On this side, we have a power sleep wake button, a SIM card slot. On the bottom, we have some speakers, our micro USB, and on the back, we saw that before, camera and flash, and then on the front, we have our speaker. Let's place a SIM card in it and try it for the first time. Now, as a quick comparison to the Nexus 4, I thought I'd show you right here. The Nexus 4 is in my right hand, Nexus 5 in the left hand. It's not too much bigger. It is a little bit taller, as you can see. It's a little bit thicker, and it's a little bit, they're close in weight. I think the Nexus 4 is a little bit heavier because it's made of glass on both front and back. But basically, they're the same as far as their layout. The SIM card tray is in a little bit different spot, and that's pretty much it as far as where things are located. Other than that, it looks like a really great phone. So let's pop the SIM card tray out, place a SIM card in, and see what it's like to use. Now, this is a micro SIM, not a nano SIM. And since I have an iPhone 5, I'll have to pop the SIM card out and put it in an adapter that I actually use with the Nexus 4. So we'll pop the SIM card out, and then we'll grab one from the Nexus 4 and swap it all over. As I use a lot of different phones, I actually do use a SIM card adapter. Since I have a nano SIM, I can kind of go to any SIM I want, and they're available online. I have my SIM card in. Let's turn it on for the first time. It's booting up. Like I said, it runs Android KitKat, which brings a lot of different subtle changes, but hopefully some really nice ones. It looks like it's really a nice looking operating system. They've gotten rid of all the blues and kind of made them a black and white transparent color. So it'll be interesting to see that as well. Now, this is the first time I've actually booted it up, so I haven't seen this myself. We'll wait for it to boot up. It is taking quite a while. And there we go. It says welcome. Screen is a little dim, and I can probably turn that up afterwards, I'm imagining. So we'll hit next. Activation can take a few minutes. Now, this will activate on AT&T. For me, depends who you have a SIM card with, but T-Mobile, AT&T, and even Sprint, actually, this will work with. And it will work overseas with just about every carrier as well. So it's going to search for my Wi-Fi network, and we'll add it. We'll connect. It says just a sec. I don't know if you can see that. It says the phone needs to download and install a software update from Google. It's 125 megs, so this could take a few minutes. The update's been applied, and now I've signed in with my Google account. And these are some Google services it's asking for. The phone's contacting Google to restore my account. And you can see it says, do I want to personalize some apps with my name? And I do. So again, we're going to wait. And it's talking about Google Now, informing me of what I'm going to use it for. And we'll hit yes. I do like to use Google Now. And it says, welcome, make yourself at home. So organize your space, touch and hold the background to manage wallpaper, widgets, and settings. Let's see if I can turn the brightness up here. There we go. And you can see it says Hangouts does SMS. So Google has replaced SMS with Hangouts. They're all in one place now. And this is the default screen. And I'll have to tell you that the screen looks absolutely beautiful. It's really a nice display. It's been a long time since I've seen a display this nice. So it says here's a folder, and you can see it's a little bit different in Android 4.4. Looks a little different. The icons are a little bit bigger, which is nice. And we go home. Now we can slide up to go to Google Now, or we can go this way and go to Google Now. So that's really nice. I'm going to spend some time with this and migrate everything from my Nexus 4 over to this. I'm actually using this as my default phone now, so this should be an interesting experience. It's completely new for me, and hopefully will be a good experience. I'll be doing a lot more videos on the Nexus 5, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. If you have ordered one, or you plan to order one, or maybe you're thinking of going to Android, I actually use an iPhone 5S, and I've used the Nexus 4. I'm going to use this for a while and see how it goes. I'm kind of bored with the other two, or bored with the iPhone 5S rather, and I really want to give this a shot and see what it's like to use. So hopefully battery life is good, and I'll be sure to do a review and report back. If you have any other questions or comments or anything you want to see, please let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.